Assalamu alaikum. I'm Mir Lubnanotif. I'm going to talk about constituency grammars. What is constituency grammars? Is a name of often used by linguistics to refer what we call context-free grammar. The basic structure is to understand in terms of binary division of a sentence into a subject and predicate. That means a sentence can be described as the noun phrase or the verb phrase. That means either a sentence can be noun phrase or verb phrase. The context-free grammar (CGF) is a set of rules define a language, and it can describe a parse tree where the final string obtained by the concatenating the levels of the leaves of a tree from left to right, ignoring the nulls. It defines as four tuples: n non-terminal, epsilon terminal symbol, r represents production, s represents the start symbol. Chomsky normal form. A context-free grammar is in Chomsky norm form if all production rules satisfy one of the following conditions, that is, start symbol generating epsilon. For example, if start symbol generating epsilon and another variable like a non-terminal like a capital letter generating a terminal that is small letter, and a non-terminal that is a generating two non-terminal. That means either it can be two non-terminal, it cannot be one non-terminal and terminal. Combinatory categorical grammar. What is CCG? It is a typical logical system which has developed to represent natural language as English but has subsequently extended to other systems. It's a jump to navigation and jump to search grammar. It has three parts, that is lexicon, category, and rules. What is category? Category can be divided atomic and single, and rules can be divided in two parts, that is backward function and forward function. Here you can see is followed by the backward function of noun phrase, and here the followed by the forward function of noun phrase. So uh, here you can see the rules can be defined in two parts. And another thing is lexicon. Lexicon is if um, if a, each of the word can be described as it is a if it is a noun phrase or subject or a conjunct. So here you can see a sentence: John brought and sold the car. It is described each of the word into noun phrase or subject or a combination of conjunct. And uh, here you can see here is the here goes to the backward, here goes to the backward function, here goes to the forward function, and after that here goes to the backward function, and here goes to the forward functions, and finally here goes the backward function. To describe how the how this grammar works, I use the lucid chart to draw each of their working process. Here, as I have mentioned previously, that context-free grammar has four tuples, that is non-terminal n, symbolic represent is n, that can be either the noun phrase or verb phrase. Terminal, it can be either the noun or article, that can be epsilon, and another is production, symbol is r, and it can be either non-terminal to non-terminal or non-terminal to terminal, and start symbol that can be represented as s. And here is the constituency grammar. Here you can see a sentence can be described to left, to right, definition of the dog. So it is combined as a noun phrase. Another thing, the same line can be described as the verb phrase. That means, what is doing the dog? The man saw the dog with a ball. That means a man is seeing a dog which is playing with a ball. That means what is dog is doing. What is doing, that means it can be a verb phrase. Another thing is context-free grammar to Chomsky noun form, that is CNF. The core formula is to the as I have mentioned that to be a context-free grammar, the CNF has to be uh, start with has to be start with non-terminal to terminal, or non-terminal to the terminal, and if it is start with the epsilon, start symbol start with the epsilon. And here you can see it's an example. So for transforming it to context-free Chomsky noun form, we have used first we have to add the start variable, that is s prime, uh, at the beginning of this problem, and after that we have second task is to remove the epsilon. That is, for removing epsilon, we are going to replace that epsilon where is the b. That means a uh, a to the b, and here we have written the values of b to this here. And another thing, here after this you can see the a has also the value of epsilon, so we have to remove the a to the epsilon. That means uh, b to the b and b to the uh, no more epsilon remains here. That means here only needs to be terminal to non-terminal, non-terminal to the terminal. Okay. The third part is removal of the units. That means there should not be units that can be the combination of these types, that is three non-terminals or so. For this we are going to use the start as we have mentioned that s prime is s, so we are going to set the value of s to the s prime, that is here you can see same values, and after that we are going to use the a to the s, as you can see the a to s, so we are going to remove this. For removing this we have used the value of s to the a. That means value of s is this, and here you can see after b we have used the value of s, and after that we're going to we have replaced that value, and after that we have used the same like x to the a, and as you can see each of those are written in this form. So here the context-free grammar to the Chomsky form is described. And another thing is the CCG. Here you can see a language or a sentence is written, that is NLP is an interesting course. Here each of the word is written in lexicon format. That is, NLP is a noun phrase. Is a it can be either subject or it can be either the noun and adjective, and N is um, described as the noun phrase or noun, and interesting is described as the subject or the adjective, and course is described as a noun phrase. Combining these two, it can be described as the subject or noun phrase, and combining these two can be described as the noun phrase or subject. And by following this, we can say it, it is described as the subject. Here is the total of this chapter, which topics are described. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.